Now, welcome to Shakedown Zone this week. I'm Matt Doolittle, bringing you all the news, notes, and opinions from the world of racing. Now, you might be wondering why I've dressed up for this special episode. Well, it was Banquet week for the NASCAR Cup Series in Las Vegas this week. So I figured, you know what, I might as well get dressed up with the rest of the guys, right? You know. All right, let's start with some of the superlatives from this week. Rookie of the Year, of course, was Chase Elliott. He took over the number 24 car this year for Mr. Jeff Gordon. It was his first full Sprint Cup season after winning a few races down in the Xfinity Series. He has 17 top 10s this year, 2 pole awards. He made the chase in his first year, and his best finishes all season were second both times at the Michigan races. He was also so close to winning so many times. Crew Chief of the Year, the mad scientist himself, Chad Canals. Of course, he won a championship. He got 5 wins on the year and 1 pole, and one heck of a science strategy to get that car back out on the grid before the race in Homestead. Don't know how he did it. Don't really want to know either. We'll just go with that. Congratulations, Chad. And your Mobile One Driver of the Year was Kyle Busch. Now, the champion usually should be the Driver of the Year, but Mobile One felt like giving Kyle an award. He got 4 wins on the year and 2 pole awards. So, Vegas, big deal. They used to do this in New York, but apparently it was too loud for New York, so why not take it to the middle of the desert with Vegas, where we're going to burn down some tires. That's where some heck of a burnouts. Jimmy Johnson tearing them up. Look at Logano, slide job there. That was the most impressive of the afternoon. Now, down in Vegas, when they mean they're going to burn it down, usually that means it's going to be a heck of a night. But this is the annual tradition of Champions Week now, so it was fantastic. The fans got to see what it's like when a driver wins. I'm going to say Joey won this. I'm really going to say that is a lot of money in tires going up in smoke. See what I did there? It's a pun. It's a joke because it's, you know, they're on tire. All right, then we get to Friday night, and it was the Banquet. The show opened with Sting, who admitted during the pre-show they'd actually never seen a NASCAR race, so he was exposed to a lot more than just good old music that night, I'm sure. Jay Moore was the host. Tried to do some stand-up in the beginning. Yeah, Jay, not so much. Jordan Sparks and Eddie Vedder were presenters throughout the night, and we found out Jordan Sparks is actually singing the national anthem at the Daytona 500 this year. Then each driver in the chase was able to come up and thank their sponsors, make a joke about trying to get in a fight with someone, tell a joke about Tony Stewart, and then tell Jimmy Johnson how great he is because, well, he's great. He's the man. Then it was the man of the night's turn to get up and say a few words. Let's hear from this season's champion and 7-time champion, Jimmy Johnson.
Heart and loyalty and a never-quit attitude are the foundation of our success, though. Add that with Mr. Hendrick's leadership and the unwavering support from Lowe's. Put it all in a Chevy, good stuff happens. We've been through a lot over the years, ups and downs, winning and losing, joy and heartbreak, and actually even a golf cart incident. Amongst it all, we're still together and more unified than ever. I consider it a huge accomplishment that it's been one owner, one sponsor, one manufacturer, one driver, one crew chief, and one car chief for 15 years. Closing, I spent some time trying to study up for this night, and fortunately could find Dale Earnhardt's acceptance speech. I took a quote from his speech from the person bringing him to the stage in 1994 after he won his 7th. He quoted Dale as saying, "I might have won as many championships as Richard Petty, but he will always be the king." I completely agree and must say, I might have won as many championships as Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt, but I will never be the king or the intimidator. I'm just a guy from California who always wanted to race. Thank you all, have a great night.
Really a great heartfelt speech by Jimmy Johnson on the night, thanking everybody for his 7 championships and really acknowledging that he is in the class with those guys now, but he's still got a lot to do to make up the popularity those guys had. Now, on popularity front, the most popular driver of the year was announced, and of course, it was Dale Earnhardt Jr., even though he only raced in a handful of races this year, but he's excited to be coming back next season. We'll have more on his offseason coming up. Also, it was announced at the Banquet that Jeff Gordon who retired last year, is going to be jumping in one of the Rolex 24 cars in January down in Daytona. He's going to be running for Team Cadillac. Now, this isn't the first time Jeff Gordon's been there. He has one other Rolex win, so this is nothing new to him. But really, the banquet was a great weekend for everybody to come together, really enjoy their time out there. And I'd like to say Jimmy Johnson took his fashion advice from me, and this is what they should have been wearing. Way better than what Rutledge Wood had with that plaid suit. I'm just throwing it out there. The shoes are on point, but I got you in the outfit designer here. All right, so coming up after this quick break, you knew they weren't going to let Tony Stewart get out of Vegas without a proper send-off. We'll show you what the retiring Smoke had to say and a little bit of what he had to drink. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Shakedown Zone and on Twitter at Shakedown_Zone to interact with us. Tell us what you thought about the banquet, everything that went on around it, and tell me about what you think about my digs. We'll see you on the other side of this break.